were there then, and those you have heard about Hoff and Duffin's plastic revolution. It started with plastic revolution and everything was made of plastic. From your then 1960s, whatever the things were there, like purses, combs, everything was plastic and plastic, whatever you used to like. Because it was molded in the shape what you wanted. Now, the idea here is the biological plastic means a molecule which is living and it can be shaped the way you want to treat the patient, from scaffolds to mesenchymal stem cells to adult cells, which can be shaped to treat anything. The time has come, physicians cannot remain as a physician, we need to change our philosophy, we need to be researchers because we are only trained as the clinicians to treat the clinical symptoms. But we never knew what is the background of these philosophies. We need to be researchers or we need to have a shake hand with the scientists who are working on regenerative medicine. What I want to talk to you today is about how do we repair the devastating diseases, mental disorders, which is very important. In a conventional method, we have seen these diseases have never been treated completely except covering their signs and symptoms. Migrating to specific zones of the brain and then they start connecting to each other. And thereafter the differentiation starts. And that starts within a short first trimester and the brain is completely developed in the 7th month of gestation basically. But the myelination has not taken place between the connection. That is why our milestones are represented. During this development, I am going to show one or two slides about sensitive period. These sensitive periods are very important to understand because there lies the crook of most of the psychiatric disorders during the sensitive period, where the mutations on and off the genes play a major role what kind of schizophrenic disorders or depressions a child can go into. There are many different genes and gene-environment interactions involved in temperamental differences. Formation of neuron system during embryonic development. This is very important to see. If you see between 5th and 10th day, the neural cells start differentiating. Then they start migrating and then the synaptic proliferation connections start developing. Neural growth and burning. There is an initial exuberant production of brain connections followed by systemic burning of connections to form a stable brain network. There are two types of circuits in the brain which are high-level circuits and low-level circuits. Now, high-level circuits are stable circuits, sophisticated and they remain for a long time. Whereas low-level circuits, they are very short span. They disappear if you don't develop them into your thinkings, actions, workings or use them, they disappear. These remain the activity. You can imagine plasticity of the brain or conventional teaching has taught us brain is a fixed number of cells by birth and they remain as it is till we die and the cells die. That is why we don't recover from the neurological diseases. But let me share you with the science the way it is leaping beyond our knowledge. We need to be in touch with that. Reason being that now the most plastic organ is brain in the body, which keeps on continuously developing newer connections and disappearing old connections. This is called as burning effect of the brain. And these are the sensitive periods. If you see, this is a sensitive period. You see the cell proliferation. You can see the cell proliferation. The way it is initially increasing. The progenitors and immature neurons, you can see again the way they come down after the fetal and the differentiation takes place. The synaptic development gradually keep on increasing towards the birth. And myelination, if you see, before the birth it is 50% done, at the birth remaining 50%, that is what we call the milestones which are developed with the connections between the centers are developed. This is the sensitive periods which are very important. Research is currently investigating the specific environmental influences that are critical in these sensitive periods, where focus of research is going on this period particularly. In most of the neurological diseases, if we can tackle this sensitive period very healthy wise, you can say preventive measures in psychiatric disorders can be covered. Maltreatment during childhood affects brain structure and function with consequences for children's psychology and emotional development. Now, if you see, if this is a period where if you don't treat the children properly, the depression-like diseases are very common. Effect of environmental adversity may be moderated by genotype, common genetic polymorphism mutations vulnerable to maladaptation.